Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your fun?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know.
Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Mark the DJ Doctor coming to you from WFMCJams.com. We have another great show we want you to hear, coming to you live from the Commodore Grill, West End. You're going to be listening to Debbie Champion's Songwriter Round. Great entertainment, great shows. Make sure you check it out in person. If not, listen to it live each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at WFMCJams.com. Hey, this is Mark the DJ Doctor. We're excited to announce a brand new live show coming to you each and every Friday night. In the House with Jerry J. Thomas at the Grinder House in Crossville, Tennessee. Coming to you live each and every Friday night from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. only on WFMCJams.com.
Please join WFMC Jams Saturday, May 11th in Tuscumbia, Alabama for the first annual May Day Flood Relief Fest. The event starts at noon and is free to the public. Bring the whole family and enjoy live music, food, vendors, kids' activities, raffles, and much more. All proceeds will go to the victims of the recent flooding in the Tuscumbia area. For more details, visit WFMCJams.com.
Welcome to Midnight Madness.
I look at Midnight Madness for the novice as the gateway drug to the festival experience.
Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, yeah.
Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Mark, your DJ Doctor, coming to you from Manchester, Tennessee. We're having a wonderful, wonderful day weather-wise here. Hope you are too where you're at. We want to thank all of our international listeners for jumping in and tuning on board. Thank you for guys for sharing. Please make sure you also like our page and share it to everyone else out there in your country. We enjoy the international friendship. With me is, as always, and I can't get him off, he's like a tick on a dog, the one and the only, the hillbilly heartthrob, Jason. How you doing, Jason?
Itchy.
No, I'm the one that's itchy.
Oh,
I'm shaking and scratching. I need a collar. I think that's what I need. I need a collar.
Yeah, a flea collar.
We're gonna be sponsored by a veterinarian one of these days. So things going good with you? Everything up and running? You had a great show up on the mountain. It aired yesterday.
Yes, it was a great show.
And Bill Mathis and Paul Cicero were your guests. So we got something special for you each and every Monday night. So make sure you check that out. Why don't you introduce the Velvet One?
The Velvet One. She's like smooth. Miss Velvet Presley.
How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm doing great. We already are getting hellos. Barbara Bruton from The credenda
Credenda.
has said hello to Mark, Jason, and Rebecca.
Well, hello, Barbara. I see that you're on there now.
And Travis Humphrey.
Travis, how you doing? You got any more with it? I see David Graham. I see Bobby, and I see Susie.
I see Jan Buckingham.
Jan Buckingham was on?
Yes.
Another hit songwriter on there. So we got Brian down at the IT Guru station. Brian, do you got your microphone handy to say hey?
Sure. What do you want me to talk about today?
Just say hey. How you doing?
All right. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
We got a master with words. We got a busy weekend with Brian and Jason and I this weekend. We'll talk more about that a little later on in the show. But first, we want to say hey to Chris at heatfmradio.com. Thank you for putting us on your station. And second time, if she still put us on her station, Lisa, they're at Ear Candy Rockin' Radio.
Oh, you did it right.
Oh, yeah,
I'm proud
I did
of
it
you.
right this time. Rockin' Radio. We are on their station tonight for our very, second time now being syndicated with that station. So thank you, Muscle Shoals, Sheffield area, Tuscumbia, all you people down there. Thank you very much for putting us on the air with your people. So, Jason, why don't you introduce our guest tonight?
We have a great guest, Mr. Mike Mitchell.
Mike Mitchell's with us tonight.
Hey, hello out there. Hello.
Remember, he had to change the name because he was the original Eminem. But they had a little lawsuit about copyrights and infringements. But Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Good. We got a beautiful guitar.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful guitar.
I rarely play that the guitar doesn't get mentioned. Everybody loves this guitar.
Well, it looks good on camera.
It's probably older than most people that listen to me.
Well, that's okay. That means it's seasoned.
Yeah.
That's good. Why don't we go ahead and have you play a tune, then we're going to get to find out more about you.
All right.
Okay.
Up all the way. Sure. That's better.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I get in trouble like you said I would, fooling around recklessly. Oh, our life feels real good on the chase and living free. But Claudia, my morning star, no matter what they get from me, she's got my heart. I walk a line that's not real straight, but I don't want to talk about that now. Running around, staying out late, I always find my way back somehow to Claudia. There was a woman in Springfield, she forgot about me. I'm crawling back like a used wheel, I'm limping in on a wounded knee to Claudia, my morning star. No matter what they get from me, she's got my heart. Claudia, Claudia, Claudia. A cup of coffee on her back porch, that's what appeals to me. I'm going back for a little more and watch the sun peep through the trees with Claudia, my morning star. No matter what they get from me, she's got my heart. Claudia, Claudia, Claudia. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mike Mitchell, everybody. Well, Mike, thank you for joining the show with us.
Well, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Let's find out where you hail from. What's your home?
Well, I'm originally from East Tennessee, a little town called Kingsport.
Okay.
Right across the line from Bristol, Virginia, as you know, is the original Nashville.
Yeah.
And, where the Carter family came from. And now I'm living in Hendersonville, a little suburb outside Nashville. And that's where I've been the last 10 years, I guess.
Okay. So let's go back to the beginning. Did you, from your hometown, was that a musical area for you at that time? Bristol obviously was.
Yeah. Well, I sort of grew up, first of all, listening to rock and roll music and found my way into some bands and fell in love with writing songs and hooked up with a couple other songwriters locally, and we went out on the road and played and published some songs and made a few records, and pretty much it for me.
What was the name of the band, the first band you were in?
Well, the first band that I was in was called, Mitchell Redwine. It was a duo, me, Mike Mitchell, and my friend Danny Redwine. And we actually started playing together when we were in high school. Mm-hmm. And we had a little local 45 that got in the local chart, got to number 2.
Cool.
And so we played together for many years. We started another band we called Bird on a Wire, after the Cohen song.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. When I came here in Nashville, I started playing solo like I'm doing now.
Right.
And concentrating more on the songwriting, because that's always been my first love, is writing songs. For a lot of other people, went out and bought guitars and drums and started bands. I concentrated more on the songwriting.
Okay. So what flipped your switch to get into music? Was it a band you heard on the radio, or was it?
The Beatles.
The Beatles, okay.
Yeah, the Beatles started it for me, and the Beatles, of course, were songwriters.
Oh, yeah, they were.
And I was very young, and I thought, kind of innocently, you had to be a songwriter if you wanted to if you wanted to be a rock star, you had to be a songwriter. So that also was the reason why I got into it. And also Hank Williams was a big influence on me. I loved his music, and I loved the simplicity of his music, and it sort of helped me realize that, hey, maybe I could do that. So, and it just grew from there.
Oh, yeah. Well, two big artists that you pulled from, with Hank and the Beatles. Yeah, it's hard not to be, I guess, influenced by either one of those two. They're both great artists in their own right. And of course, Lennon and McCartney. The songs were endless that they wrote. So many out there. Did you come to Nashville for the music, or did something else bring you to Nashville?
Actually, a job brought me to Portland, Tennessee.
Okay.
And I moved down to Hendersonville, and of course I'd been writing for many years before coming to Nashville, and I hadn't been playing live for several years. And I just woke up one morning and I realized, I'm in Nashville. I need to get this thing going again. So I discovered the Writers' Nights, because I guess the last band I played in, we were doing covers, and I just got tired of playing cover songs. And where I was at the time in East Tennessee, playing original songs was not very viable. There just weren't, the venues were not there.
Right.
And I said, the only thing that would get me playing in front of folks again is if I could play my songs. And so when I came here and discovered the Writers' Nights, I went, well, I guess I'm going to have to do it. I said I would, and so I've been doing it ever since.
Well, that's good. Well, that's a nice segue. So why don't we go right into what are your songs?
Okay. This song's called Abbeville. I used to work in South Carolina, and Abbeville is in South Carolina. And Abbeville got it started, but it turned into kind of a love song. Abbeville's a quaint little town. A friend of mine took me on a little tour and showed me there's an old hotel and a town square. And Julie Roberts' movie Sleeping with the Enemy was filmed in Abbeville. Happiness is when I'm with you. How could I be with someone else? No one makes me feel like you do. Next to you, they are hell. Let's get back to Abbeville. There's a little town square and an old hotel with wooden stairs. I want to get close to you. Next to you while you sleep. Just 1 or 2 days without you now. Honey, you still do it for me. Let's get back to Abbeville. There's a little town square and an old hotel with wooden stairs. Sometimes I sit out in the sun. I remember how you changed my life. My sunny days go on and on. With you by my side. Let's get back to Abbeville. There's a little town square and an old hotel with wooden stairs.
Mr. Mike Mitchell, everybody. I want to say hey to our friend Russ Lacasse is on there. Or as I heard somebody say, in Nashville, Russ Lacasse. It's Russ Lacasse. They call him that. They call him that. So, Russ, we're so glad you're part of the family, too. And thank you so much for what you've been doing in Nashville, for all the great songwriters that he has on his show every Friday night from 5 to 7. You can go to Belcourt Taps, and you can watch his couple of rounds that he has with some great, fantastic artists down there. So check that out, Russ Lacasse and Friends. And then if you weren't able to make it to that show, we tape it with Mr. Mike Scalia, and we re-air that the following Thursday from 5 to 7. Check that out. And Russ, thank you for being part of the family. I see that you messaged me. I'll check that out here as the next break happens.
Tell Russ I'd love to play at Belcourt if he ever needs a.
Well, he's listening to you. So.
Okay, Russ.
There you go. See, you promote yourself. See, that's how this whole thing works. Yeah. Your songwriting style. I mean, do you come to the table with something already preset in mind, or do you something hit you, a hook or something?
There are so many ways to write a song, or at least for me. And sometimes I start with a melody, sometimes a title, or something someone says. I'll write it down. Just like before, when I was in South Carolina, people always talked about Abbeville. It's just a tiny little town, but I finally said, I'm just going to write a song about Abbeville. And the first song I played, Claudia, it's a character in a book I was reading. lately I've been waking up in the middle of the night with a melody, and I go down and record it and save it for later when I get words. So there's just so many different ways to write a song.
Okay.
And,
so you kind of a mixture of all of them. I mean.
Yeah. I like to keep it open. That's one thing I enjoy about the writing is just try any new way that comes along. And of course, co-writing. I do write with other writers, and that's completely different from writing alone.
Do you prefer that, or is that something that just kind of maybe breaks the monotony?
Well, I just look at it as another one of those ways to write. I mean, it's more of a sharing experience.
Mm-hmm.
I usually will work more on the melody side of the song. That's when I write with another writer, I love to write with a lyricist, take their lyrics and put a tune to it. That comes easier for me.
Yeah. Now, how often a week you think you're writing? Are you a daily guy or a monthly guy?
I'm not. Well, I'm always trying to think of a new idea. I'm always working on something that would be a tune, but I don't come out with a song every day. I've read, where there are people who religiously think you've got to get up every day and write a song, and I wish I could do that, but I can't do that. But I do have pieces of songs that I work on each day. Like usually when I get up in the morning and drink a cup of coffee, I'll have an idea and I'll kind of strum through it, and I always want it to sound different. The melody is so important to me, and the lyrics of the song has become more important to me since I moved to Nashville, because it's such a lyric town. It's a real big thing, where I used to be more of on the music side. So I've tried to grow in that way.
Now, is that the biggest difference you've seen from coming from, out east, East Tennessee to Nashville, is the focus on the lyrics?
Yes, yes, and it's been good for me. And, I've read a lot of books from other songwriters and trying to put more pictures in the song, build pictures in the people's minds.
Yeah. Well, and you do that because your songs, I can kind of see the video in my head. I can kind of, you paint the picture as you go along. So you're talking about Abbeville. I've never been there, but you describe it real well. You kind of remind me of the old, and I shouldn't say old because they're the same age we are, probably. But like, bless his heart, he's long gone, but Harry Chapin, Jim Croce, where they talk about real day life, that you can kind of visualize that. I think you're kind of in that same style. You have a different approach or a different sound, but you have the same visualization that you had. I can't even say that word anymore. I'm tongue-tied. But you can see the words that you're talking about, and I think that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Oh, you got something over there, Jason?
I do. We've got a couple people that are reaching out to us.
Okay. Say hey to them.
Mr. Randy Fincham says, hey evening, fellas.
Hey, Randy.
Amber D. Martin says hello from Louisville, Kentucky.
Ah, Louisville.
And Jeff Hoosman, I probably did that very wrong, is Uniontown, PA.
Awesome. I love it when we get people from other states and other countries join us. Thank you,
well,
everybody.
Uniontown, PA, that's a whole other country.
Yeah, PA is a whole other country. Yeah. I love that. But thank you guys for listening, and we just appreciate it. You're special to all of us. They're like our kids. Mike, let's get another song under there. Paint me another picture.
Get it on, little darling, get it on. Wanna feel your heart a-beating next to mine. Get it on, little darling, get it on. Wanna know if you still love me, get it on. It may sound funny, I just got to know how you feel. I'm not to blame when I worry, you will too. And you will want to know if I'm for real. Get it on, little darling, get it on now. Wanna feel your heart a-beating next to mine. Get it on, little darling, get it on. Wanna know if you still love me, get it on. A country boy is singing to his country girl at home, a song about love. She's trying to learn the words, she likes to sing along. Sometimes she feels she doesn't say enough. Get it on, little darling, get it on. Wanna feel your heart a beating next to mine. Get it on, little darling, get it on. Wanna know if you still love me, get it on. I've been in love before, I cried a time or two, I'll cry again. I don't mind the crying, and hurting's nothing new. It's just this time I think I'd like to win. Get it on, little darling, get it on now. Wanna feel your heart a beating next to mine. Get it on, little darling, get it on. Wanna know if you still love me, get it on, yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Mike Mitchell, everybody. We're going to take just a quick break here, Mike, so you can water the pipes if you want to. I'm going to talk about something. I'm going to have Jason talk about something. So, Brian, if you don't mind, get your May Day information up and ready to go. You'll be third on the list, but I just want to remind people that it's festival time. Bonnaroo's coming around the corner fast. Bonnaroo here in Manchester, Tennessee, right where we're at, home of great music, coming in June 13th through the 16th. Check out their Bonnaroo.com for more information, but great lineup there, from Fish to the Grand Ole Opry to Childish Gambino, Post Malone, Cardi B. There's just a ton of artists out there, so make sure you check that out. Jason, why don't you talk about the upcoming Ernest Tubbs show?
Absolutely, yes. Saturday the 18th from 11 to 7. We are going to be downtown Nashville at the Ernest Tubb Record Shop. We're going to be spinning vinyl, all country, all day long. And we're going to have a couple surprise guests.
Yes, you confirmed one.
I confirmed one, yes.
That's alone is good.
Yes. Miss Christy Woolley will be stopping by to see us and talk a little bit about her dad, who was Sheb Woolley, did Purple People Eater, and then went country as Ben Colder and did parodies of great songs.
And older people like myself and like my dad.
Yes, on the movie Rawhide, correct.
Ben was on Rawhide. Was it Rawhide? It was Rawhide, wasn't it? Yeah. Ben was on Rawhide. So, great actor, Western actor. Brian, are you ready to talk about May Day? Brian's gone. Well, Brian's not there. I'll tell you a little bit about it. There's a flood relief benefit show this coming Saturday, May 11th, at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame in Tuscumbia. Make sure you get down there. I believe it starts at 10 o'clock. It is going to be a great event. There's 12 bands playing. They've got food. They got bouncy houses for the kids. There's all kind of stuff going on. It's carnival-like atmosphere. So make sure you get down there. It's for a great cause for the relief victims of the flood that went down. I believe it was in February of this year. So check that out. That starts at, I think, 10 o'clock. You can go to our Facebook page and see the brochure and all the information on there, too. So we're back to Mike. So, Mike, what do you want to do from here on out? What's your goal in the music career?
Pitching songs.
Pitching song.
Pitching song. I'm a professional song pitcher. And I enjoy doing it. And, I've picked up a few publishing single song contracts and got a couple on hold. So just hoping that we can get somebody to cut one of these songs. I don't know that I pitched anything I've played tonight. I like to just, when I go out, I always like to play something I don't play just to get it out there and get feedback on the songs.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm putting all my energies in now, is recording demos and pitching the songs.
But how many hours a week do you think you're putting toward the music business? What's your schedule like?
I spend a good 2 to 3 hours a day, either writing or pitching or networking. That's how I found you guys. You know, just always looking for an opportunity to play and get the songs out there. I guess I had an interview a few weeks ago, and I said then, you know, I'm just a messenger of the songs. I think it's more about my songs than me, actually, because I don't think of myself so much as an artist per se, as more of a writer.
Okay. Now, do you have stuff for sale that people can get their hands on?
Yeah, I have a new CD called Open Mic, and it's available on Amazon, Apple, Spotify. You can message me on my Facebook, Mike Mitchell Songs. If you can't find a copy anywhere else, I'll get one to you. And I've got Reverb Nation page. One of the songs from Open Mic is on there, and then there's some songs that were just me playing solo. And SoundCloud, I have a SoundCloud page.
Oh, that's cool.
With Open Mic songs.
That's cool. I just want to say, hey, Mark B. Frank just popped in.
Yeah, I saw him on mine too.
Mark B. Frank, man, a special friend. And I'll tell you why, because he's a drummer first. And he's got a great first name. So just that alone, he's the coolest guy on the planet. Mark, we wish you the best. I hope we'll see you in October. I'm looking forward to it. Wish I could have saw you when you were in town a couple of weeks ago. But, hey, take care, my bud. Appreciate it. So Mark B. Frank's on the line with us tonight. Michael, let's go ahead and get you into another song real quick, if you don't mind.
Okay.
An hour gets away from us pretty quick here. So.
That's true. It gets by.
Yes.
It's been dry, been looking for water. Come on, love, rain hard. I pray for rain, pray a little harder. Come on, love, rain hard. Rain hard on me tonight. I see no sign. I got nothing against sunshine, but I gotta burn on this heart of mine. The weatherman understands nothing. Come on, love, rain hard. He says it's coming, but I still wonder. Come on, love, rain hard. I had a girl in Knoxville. She made a fool of me. She met a boy from Nashville. Now they're leaving Tennessee. Come on, love, rain hard on me. Come on, love, rain hard. I've been searching patiently for a faithful girl. I'm like a farmer praying for rain, trying to make it through this game. It's been dry, been looking for water. Come on, love, rain hard. I pray for rain, pray a little harder. Come on, love, rain hard on me. Come on, love, rain hard on me. Thank you, thank you.
Is there any venues you want to kind of recognize and say hey to that you might be playing to some of the songwriter rounds you go to?
Well, I've been playing regularly at a little bar off Nolensville Road in Nashville called 404 Bar. It's kind of fun to go in there, and good writers that play in there. And
you said the 404 Bar?
404.
See, Brian, it can be found. There's an inside joke. There's an inside joke about that. So,
One of my favorite places to play close, Bobby's Idle Hour.
Oh, yeah.
I always love that place because the people there appreciate original music, and they go there to have fun, but to listen to good music, and
it looks to be reopening sometime toward the end of the summer.
I heard about that. I'm keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, keep your fingers crossed. But yeah, those songwriter venues are just absolutely fantastic to get to. And we encourage people that are tourists that come into town. It's great to go down Lower Broad and go to Tootsie's and all the historic places. You're going to see some of the most greatest musicians you'll ever see in the planet anywhere playing Lower Broad. People that's played with Skynyrd and Nugent and all the great country legends are down there. But if you want the real taste of Nashville, you got to find a place like Bobby Idle Hour. Idle Hour was. Find those, back at the Belcourt Taps where a lot of artists come out of. Those are the places you want to find. And you go on our Facebook page and find all those too.
Yeah, I played Belcourt's too. That's a nice place.
A great venue. A lot of musicians out of that place. There's a lot of great songs come out of there. So that's excellent. Excuse me, I got this little cough thing and wanted to mess with me. Now, do you play out of state at all anymore? Do you go like Kentucky or anywhere to?
I haven't been going out of state. I just haven't had the opportunity. I'm open, but I haven't had the opportunity to do that. When my CD came out, I went back home and did a CD release party. And it was kind of a homecoming because I hadn't played in Kingsport in 20 years, I guess.
That probably had to be fun, though.
See, it was fun. A lot of old folks and fans came out to see me. And
did your buddy Red Wine come out? Or was he?
No, he was gone. He was at the beach. But we
he was at the beach.
He left town when I came in.
Yeah.
But Danny and I still write together, by the way. There's a couple of tunes on the Open Mic album that we still write together. So we still write.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, Kingsport, was that a musical city much at all? Was there a lot of venues there for songwriters or bands? You said a lot of cover band stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was. There wasn't much opportunity for writers, and when I was there, I think they're doing a little bit more of that now, though.
Mm-hmm.
But when I came through, it was cover bands, and we had a nice little cover band that I enjoyed playing in. I just got a little tired of doing the covers, but we always worked our originals in. Those Mitchell Red Wine originals always got mixed in with any band that I was in.
Okay. I'm sitting here reading Brian's little stuff over top of the... Brian put up there and said, we're good on all of our live broadcasts, Facebook and all that, but our website got overloaded.
And crashed.
So all you people out there that are listening to WFMCJams.com, hang on, Brian's getting it back up and running, but you can still watch it on Facebook Live, and of course that's going to go through all the other Facebook pages and cross posts. So that's a good thing, Mike. You're crashing our system.
Yeah,
doggone you! You
cool.
come in here and you just rule the world, and you crash our website. So that's a good problem to have. That's a good problem to have. So yeah, like I say, people that are listening to it, just they're probably not listening to me now because they're crashed. But we'll be back on there in a second as soon as Brian gets a chance to get you back up and running. So again, I want to thank everybody that is out there pounding the Facebook Live pages. Crystal, as they call her, the Hardy's girl. I call her Crystal Ring and Snacker Wrecker because I can never get her name right, and I know she gets mad at me for that. But she's an absolute fantastic person. Thank you, Crystal. And Johnny Williams is on board with us. Thank you, Johnny. Let's get Mike into another song. I mean, we're buzzing along in time here pretty good, so I just about shut us off there. What's going on here? Guitar coming out okay? Yeah, it's a little soft, but I think Brian got you in the mix okay.
Yeah. The mix on the radio's better than we
are. Yeah, I think we're doing okay.
I met her in the city. She was introduced to me. She was tearing me to pieces in her American blue jeans. Forget the whiskey, forget the wine. I'm getting high on this girl of mine. Forget the whiskey, forget the wine. I'm getting high on this girl of mine. I had my favorite bar stool. That's where you'd find me every night. A wasting time and it felt good. A whiskey need a messy life. Forget the whiskey, forget the wine. I'm getting high on this girl of mine. Forget the whiskey, forget the wine. I'm getting high on this girl of mine. And I have made some bad choices on the other side of town. I hear her above those voices, and she's bringing me around. I used to get a little homesick when no one seemed to care. Now I'm home and she is with me in a worn out rocking chair. Forget the whiskey, forget the wine. I'm getting high on this girl of mine. Forget the whiskey, forget the wine. I'm getting high on this girl of mine. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you.
We've got a Dale Allen Palmer. Sounded good, Mike.
I know Dale. Hello, Dale.
That's pretty cool. Now, where's Dale hail from? Is he?
He's in Nashville. He's a great songwriter, and he hosts a writers' night at Richard's in Whites Creek, and sometimes he has me on. I haven't been on in a while, Dale. You need to get me back on there.
See, it's all about networking. You're working Russ Lacoste tonight, who's at the Cambria,
yeah, and
you're working Dale, so that's pretty cool. So thank you, Dale.
And Dale just got an award for a song that he wrote. There's a songwriting organization in Nashville called the Tennessee Songwriters Association International.
Yes, TSAI.
Yeah, and they have an annual awards show, and I know Dale won, I think, maybe Song of the Year. He's a great.
Yes, he did. We were there covering that.
Yeah, he's a great writer.
Yeah, him and Mark, and I can't remember the other guy. There was a trio, I believe.
Yeah.
Can't think of the other guy. I'm sorry, but Mark was one of them. Oh, Rebecca's got to chime in here.
Just want to let you know that Barbara with Credenda said that she really likes Mike, and she started a watch party.
Thank you,
Cool.
Barbara.
All right.
Barbara's with a band called Credenda, and if you haven't seen them play, you need to get out and watch them play. Great band.
Phenomenal.
Great family. I mean, not only are they good and fantastic musicians, they're just good people. They're really good people. So check out
And
Credenda.
they put up with us
And they
quite
put up with
often.
us. That's hard to believe. They got thick skin. But check them out. They're great talent. And you can go on our Facebook page and look up Credenda. You'll see how to spell it. But thank you, Barbara, for starting that watch party for Mike. That's always good. How other artists will network with you, and like Dale and
We
Russ.
love you, Barbara.
So there you go. So, and Barbara's got some shows coming up, but you want to check that out. And it was nice to see Jonathan playing with him the other night. You know, he was up there playing guitar with him. Again, time's going to slip away from us, Mike, so let's go ahead and get another tune out of you. Let's see what kind of time frame we're looking at. We've probably got time for one more song, so hit us with the big one.
turn your red hair gray. I'll worry you until you come with me. I'll worry you. I tell you what I say. I turn your red hair gray. I'll be a dog on your trail. I'll hunt you down until you say I will. I'll chase you around. I say it ain't no tell. I'll be a dog on your trail. There's nothing else I can do, nothing else to say. Don't you walk away, walk away, or go wherever you go. I'll follow you until you say I will. I'll bother you just so you know it's so. I'll go wherever you go. I turn your red hair gray. I'll worry you until you come with me. I'll worry you. I tell you what I say. I turn your red hair gray. I tell you what I say. I turn your red hair gray. Thank you.
Now, that one was my favorite one. That's very descriptive. I think that's a beautiful song. Thank you, Mike, for being part of the family.
Yeah, I don't know when you're going to cut me off, but before you do, I just want to say thanks very much for having me, and I enjoyed being here very much.
It's nice to get you in. We like to have the fresh talent in on the show. We're looking for always new talent. Jason, what's going on next week?
Next week, our 7 o'clock guest is Ashley Walks. Ashley Walks.
Are you sure?
I hope so.
Okay.
And our 8 o'clock guest is Bill Mathis.
Bill Mathis. We like Bill. We've known Bill for quite some time, so we get to be able to poke fun. Actually, we'll have to be careful. We don't know her that well.
Bill just did a show with me on Saturday over by Columbia. It was a great show. Went very well.
And he did your mountain show, too.
Yes, he did.
And he's just a good friend and a good job. So we're going to have Ashley and Bill on the show next week, so make sure you check that out. 7 and 8 o'clock Central Time. Again, we want to remind you, don't forget June 13th through the 16th to Bonnaroo. You can go to our Facebook page for any information on the Leonard Skinner sign that they're doing a memorial sign. They're doing a GoFundMe account. They need $10,000. They're at like $7,200. So if you can donate $1 or $10 or $100 or $1,000, please help out. This coming Saturday is May Day down in Tuscumbia at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. You're going to have a benefit with 12 artists that are going to be performing down there. They're going to have stuff for the kids. There's like bouncy towns, and there's food, and there's stuff going on all day. I think that starts at 10 o'clock. Please come down and help donate. It's for the flood victims of the major flood that went through that neck of the woods back in, I believe it was February. The Tennessee River is a beautiful river. It's not beautiful when it's way over the flood banks. You know, it's pretty scary. So please help those people out. It's for a good cause. We're going to be down there, all three of us, Jason, Brian, and I, from the start to the finish. So it'll be going on air. So if you're in another state or another country, check out our Facebook page. You're going to see all-day coverage live from Tuscumbia, and it should be a lot of fun. And then Ernest Tubbs Record Show.
Yep, following week.
The following week. So we'll talk about that one more time. That'll be the following Saturday. So I think with that, we're coming along to the end of the show. I think we're going to go ahead and give it a quick buzz. Do we got time for one more song, maybe?
I think we do.
Did we sneak it in enough? We could do one more?
I think we can.
Wow, we were good on time tonight.
Yes, we were.
Mike, you got one more in you?
Sure do.
All right. Sure, an artist is always going to have one more.
I'm going to put the capo on, so let me check the tuning here.
Okay. While you're doing that, again, we want to thank everybody that was listening to the show tonight. We apologize to the people that was on the website. They got overrun. Mike's people just overran our system and just crashed it. That's how crazy Mike is here, how well-liked he is. And again, we want to thank everybody for checking it out. We got a lot of new listeners checking you out tonight, Michael, so we appreciate it. So what's this one called?
This one's called I Can't Get Enough of You.
Okay.
You predicted you're wrong. I may not be here that long, as I'm changing a lot. I'm always too hard. I might leave or discard anything that I got. But love me you do, and I swear that it moves me so. Never part of a place, always meeting new faces who expect just a smile. My eyes move around. If you don't turn me down, you'll be here for a while. But you're wanting to stay, and I feel strange when I say so do I. Well, the sun is still hot, the rain is still wet. Don't lay down your money, I wouldn't make any bets. But oh, I can't get enough of you, babe. Would I have to be right if I stay? I just might be a burden on you. I don't talk all that much, I might stay out of touch, and I'm not very true. But why should I leave when I think I believe only you? Well, the sun is still hot, the rain is still wet. Don't lay down your money, I wouldn't make any bets. But oh, I can't get enough of you, babe. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can't get enough of you, babe. Thank you.
Mr. Mike Mitchell, everybody. Again, thank you, Mike, for being part of the family of the show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
We want to say thank you to all of, again, the listeners. Make sure you like the page, share the page, find Mike's social media, like his and share his. Purchase his merchandise on all the major, he's got Reverb Nation and all that, so make sure you check that out. He does have an EP for sale. So, and then find out where he's playing out there and go visit him and say hey. So get to have him autograph the CD you just bought. So again, we want to thank Mike. We want to say thank you, Chris, from out there at heatfmradio.com. Thank you for putting us on your station and placing it all over the air with your people. And we want to thank Lisa from Ear Candy Rockin' Radio.
You got it right twice.
I got it right twice. She might keep us on again now for another day. But that's another great venue, great station. That's an up-and-coming station that we're syndicating us on their station, so we're glad to be a part of that. That's from the Muscle Shoals, Alabama area, and that's like enriched blood in there in that neck of the woods. So thank you for doing what you're doing for the songwriters and the bands down there. For Brian, the IT guru down there in Pulaski, for Velvet, the one and only Rebecca Presley. We got Jason the Hillbilly Heartthrob. I am Mark, your DJ Doctor. And for Mr. Mike Mitchell, we want to say thank you, and you all have a great night, and we'll see you at the next Midnight Madness show.